Buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? That's Spanish. But no, in all seriousness, Yoregat Kivano Kujvaj. I like how that rolls off the tongue better, don't you? Buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? Or Yoregat Kivano Kujvaj. I think the Yoregat Kivano Kujvaj rolls off the tongue a little bit better. But I'd be curious to know what you think. Start of another day. And here I am standing in my kitchen talking to my cupboard. That's what I do. I put my phone just inside my cupboard and do that. I probably should do something about the lighting. You know, I've got this half of my face is dark and this half is light. But anyway, not too much on my mind today. You know, I woke up today at I had resolved myself to try to stay up for the World Series last night, and I got to tell you, the living on the East Coast is a real challenge for me when it comes to sports, because everything starts at 8, 9 o'clock, and you got to stay up till, you know, it basically starts at my bedtime, and you got to stay up till like 11 or 12 to watch something. Whereas back on the West Coast, you sit down for a nice dinner. You know, you invite friends over, you have dinner. The games always start at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. And then on Sunday, you know, the big football games oftentimes will start at 10 in the morning. And they're over by 1, and you're off and doing your day. But not out here on the East Coast. So when it comes to the quality of life insofar as sports, the West Coast has got the East Coast beat hands down. I miss the West Coast. I miss it. If I could just flip a switch or what have you and find myself back on the West Coast, I would do that in a minute. But unfortunately, it's probably a little bit more complicated for me. The biggest thing is, of course, this house, and this house at times it comes to feel like a ball and chain, if you will. But anyway, nonetheless, I've got to maintain a residence somewhere, and I might as well do it where I'm going to avoid paying state income taxes. So, with that being said, I woke up this morning at better part of 4. And you know how sometimes the alarm goes off and then you just kind of think, oh, well, I'll get a couple more minutes. And then you wake up and it's like 6:15. And that's what happened today. And probably my body's way of telling me that I need some sleep. I wasn't waking up at 4 in the morning when Yanae was here, I'll tell you that. I think I was waking up more at, like, I think even one morning I woke up at 9 or something like that. But it was a weekend, mind you. But nonetheless. As I was getting up today, I was thinking of a quote, and the quote was, I think it's the road to failure is paved with good intentions. The road to failure, or is it the path? It's a path or a road, doesn't matter. The road to failure is paved, or the path. It's the path. The path to failure is paved with good intentions. And, you know, you think about that, and that's very, very true, because oftentimes people fail in life, even though they had good intentions to quit smoking, good intentions to go to school, good intentions to, you know, do this or do that, and they end up failing, even though they had the good intentions to do that. But anyway, the one thing that was on my mind was the fact that, you know, yesterday I wasn't necessarily in the best of moods, and I called up, or she called up, the closest thing that I have to a boss. Her name is Patty Stanton. Miss Patty, I love her to death. I call her Peppermint Patty, but she lives here in the community where I live, And wonderful, wonderful lady, just outgoing and very, very friendly. But at times she can be just all business, corporate world. And it's like she never retired sometimes. And I can't stand dealing with the corporate world. So that can be a challenge sometimes when it comes to dealing with Peppermint Patty. Is her residual? Is that a 50-cent word? Residual? I don't know. But her residual corporate mentality, so to speak. But anyway, so I called her and she said, "So having a bad day today, are you, Tom?" I said, "Why do you say that?" And she goes, "I watched your video." And I thought, uh-oh. And then somebody commented on my video. One of my clients commented on my video yesterday. And I forgot, I've got the better part of about 100 clients. And I forgot that a good many of them perhaps subscribe to my channel. So they're getting these email notifications that crazy man is talking to himself in the kitchen. And I'm thinking, oh great, what the hell do my clients think of me? But as I was thinking about that, coming down the steps, I found myself thinking about who cares what they think about me? It's what I think about myself that is that's really important. At the end of the day, it's what you think about yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror, you lay your head on the pillow. One of my favorite quotes is, "The pillow knows the truth." The pillow knows the truth. Meaning that within you, your conscience, at the end of the day, it's you and your pillow. You and yourself, you and your conscience, whatever you want to call it. And your pillow knows the truth. But I found myself thinking about that as I was coming down, the fact that, oftentimes people let fear rule their lives. They let fear dictate, whether they're going to do something or not do something. And that's something that, I guess it's human nature to allow fear to a certain extent to influence your decision-making process. But for me, I've always tried to identify fear for what it was. And like Franklin Roosevelt once said, the only thing to fear is fear itself. And I've tried to take that into mind over the years. And an interesting thing that I've come to learn over the years is that psychologically speaking, I think there's certain fears that people are predisposed to, and they are, of course, fear of dying, fear of illness, fear of loss of a love, fear of what was one of the other one? Fear of public speaking is a common fear, right up there at the top. Fear of public speaking. And then the other fear is fear of criticism. Fear of, what are people going to think of me? If I do this, what are people going to think of me? Oh my God, people are going to laugh at me. People are going to think I'm stupid. People are going to think that I'm crazy. People are going to think, it's all of that stuff. And it's losing those inhibitions where you just throw yourself out there, you just be yourself, regardless of what other people think or what other people say. Because at the end of the day, if you just remember that what's important is what you think of yourself and not what others think of you, then it just opens the door wide open to all types of opportunity, like standing in the kitchen talking to yourself on on a cell phone. But anyway, so that's about what's on my mind today. And I think that I'm going to go camping this weekend with Yanae. And I don't know. Well, see, Yanae lives 3 hours from me, and I got to keep the flame burning, because it's a long distance relationship. But I feel like I I need to and want to, for that matter, invest the time and the energy in nurturing the relationship. And Yene watches these videos. Yene is addicted to Costco, by the way. You know, there's a Costco. I don't know if I don't know if I should have put her on my Costco membership, because there's a Costco literally right across the street from the apartment complex that she lives in. And I think she's going there now every day. She might be going there twice a day. I don't know. And I told her that I was teasing her that she's going to be on a first name basis with people. You know, they'll walk in and the Costco up in Winter Park is going to be like the Cheers bar in Boston. You know, she'll walk into the Costco and everyone's going to say, "Yay!" Something like that. But anyway, bless her heart. We may go, I may take her camping this weekend. And we'll see. We have to see how that plays out, because we will, if we do it, it would just be probably one night, which would be Saturday night. But for those of you out there that care to, go to Google and type in Juniper Springs, like juniper, like the tree, Juniper Springs Recreation Area, Florida. And check this place out. It looks like a pretty nice place to go camp for a couple days. So it'd be nice to sit around a campfire and make some s'mores with Yene. But anyway, maybe that's the title for today's video: s'mores with Yene. So we'll see. Anyway, on with the high hope for the day today. And the high hope for the day is to learn your strengths. Just as others have to earn your respect, so you have to earn self-respect. One way is to honestly assess your strong points. We all have them, and they usually outweigh our weaknesses. Take the time to isolate your strengths. Then use them wisely. Interesting. So I don't know what... I'd have to take some time to isolate your strengths. Oh well, I'll have to give that some thought. But the quote is from Lao TZU, however you pronounce that, and 604 to 531 before Christ, old time. He who knows others is learned. He who knows himself is wise. Interesting. He who knows others is learned. He who knows himself is wise. So there you go, folks. Anyway, have a great day, all right? And take care. I guess in Spanish it's adios. All right, bye-bye.